Hello, this is a video that's going to show you the NRDS.io workflow on the mobile application. So you can see I have my iPad open and the first thing I'm going to do is open up the menu and I'm going to fetch from the web app. And I can select what I'm going to fetch. In this case, I'm going to fetch just accessions and this nursery work stuff. And that'll actually refresh the data from the web and pull it onto my mobile app to go offline. I could fetch all the data and it would refresh all my data, and that may be what I want to do in certain situations. But if you watch some of the tutorials overviewing the mobile app, you'll see that this is set up to work offline. So before you go work with it, you want to pull the data from the web onto the mobile device. Anyway, so we have a nursery workflow that means you can, if you're in the nursery, you can add an accession. So that's, I get a new plant, I click the button on the far bottom right, and I select accessions, and it automatically gives my accession a name. And it just uses year, month, day, hour, minute, second. If I have, I'm picking from a collection that I've already done, I could look on this list of my collection IDs and I can pull it up and it'll automatically fill in the information about taxon, the number of plants that were collected, and I just fill in the purpose, who I got the plants from, etc. So now my accession is been logged. Now I can do some different things with it. I can add a work to it. So a work would be I came in and I sowed the seeds, or maybe I just treated all the plants in my nursery, or maybe I did an up pot. So I can do I estimate there's about 300 seeds, and they're in good condition, or they're plants in coconut coir, and I up potted them from flats to 2-inch pots. I can also do an inventory. So I can do an inventory of the accession, and let's say there's 7 of them here. The other thing that's pretty cool is, and then actually I can send out the plants too. So there's different ways of accessing this. So this is if I'm adding a new accession. If I want to look up something that already exists, I can just search for it. I can put the accession number in, and it should come up. This is a plant. So I can also search for the accession. I can come over here and I can go to features and I can look up my accession. And I can search for it here. And then I can see every time I've ever worked with this specific plant. And from that accessions from my lookup, I can also add a work. In addition to that, I can also just straight up add an accession work. I can click right here and I can click nursery work. And that'll allow me to just pick the accession from my list. And I can say what work I did. So this, I can do the same thing for if I'm sending plants out, or I'm just doing an inventory. So I can say, okay, from this item, the current count is 6, or I can change that to a 600. plants in good condition that are flowering. And they're in 2-inch pots. If you need to populate these drop downs, you need to do it, for example, like your pot size or your treatment methods or your media. You need to do that on the website and then push the data to here. So that's kind of a quick overview of the nursery workflow on mobile. Please let us know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.